What is up, guys? The LA Gamer here, and today I am bringing you guys episode 3 of my MLB 17 The Show Road to the Show series. Here's a quick little look at our, what was this called? The little bullpen. No, this isn't the bullpen. This is the locker room area. I don't know why I was mixing that up. Here's the little locker room. Here you see all of our teammates chilling. None of these guys are very recognizable. Obviously, we're still in AA. We just got drafted. Some comments mentioning that obviously we're playing behind Dansby Swanson. This isn't really the team I want to be on. Only due to that reason. I mean, if we can move Swanson over to second, then I will stay on this team. But we also have Brandon Phillips, so I don't really want to be on this team. If we look through some teams that need shortstops, some recognizable ones are we got the Diamondbacks, or Diamondbacks are the main ones. We got the Tampa Bay Rays, might need one. The Minnesota Twins. So there's a few teams that need one. Maybe we'll go to one of those teams if we get lucky enough. Now, another thing that I mentioned in previous episodes was the idea of possibly using some stubs to buy some training points. And some of you guys mentioned, and this was kind of my idea going into it, is that I should use about 50,000. Now, I like that. That was kind of like the ideal number for me immediately. So we'll use 5,000 stubs. So we'll buy 5,000 training points. And with these 5,000 training points, we will just kind of upgrade our player where we think that he should be upgraded. So you see some of those stubs have not been used, and let's go into this player. So we're going to go about 40 contacts, maybe 45 on the power. I want to say a little bit of a power hitter. Let's get the vision and discipline. I mean, vision and discipline does not cost like any money at all, and it actually does help you out a lot. Just in terms of being able to actually play the ball and see it, because the ball, I mean, being able to actually see the baseball when it's coming in is a pretty big deal. So I want to have some contact. I want to have some power, especially against the righties, considering that that's the majority of players in the league are righties. So we'll go like this. You'll see this will be kind of our hitting stats in the low 50s or mid 50s, mid 40s, low 60 for power versus righties. Get the plain vision discipline in the 50s. Won't do any work on the fielding or reaction just yet. It's already pretty good because of the way I built my player, and we'll work on that. Right now, though, I'm more concerned about the hitting. You see that gets us all the way to a 66 overall. I think that's pretty good. We're a first round pick. I think a 66 overall is pretty reasonable if we're trying to be a top prospect. So I don't want to get ground ball hitter. That's not a very good thing. Let's get fly ball hitter. That's a pretty good game perk. Ball and play, we'll get that game perk. Check swing calls. I wouldn't mind that one. Any other ones that I really... No, I can't really use any other ones. So we'll use those ones. And since we are using those, let's just move on to opening day. I'm just going to show you guys the openings. This is a 5-game series. I don't know if I'll be able to show you guys all 5 games. Maybe I'll show you some highlights of the 5 games. But let's get into that, and I'll show you guys some clips throughout this series. We'll play as many games as we can. So right here before the first game, looks like we're getting a little pep talk from manager. Let's hear. I actually turned up some game volume, so you guys should be able to hear this. Let's have some fun, boys. A lot of baseball between now and the postseason. A lot of learning, too. You're going to work hard, but let's have fun, too. Here we go. Pep talk boost. Double. That's double training points right there. I like that. You'll see we're batting 8th in the lineup, really? That's a bit low. Either way, we're a top 50 prospect. Don't know why we're batting so low, to be honest. Maybe the game hasn't fully registered the fact that we upgraded our batting stats, so it's probably basing our hitting off what our batting stats were at the beginning of the season, which would kind of justify us batting 8th in the lineup, but considering all the points we just dumped into this guy, it's a little bit low. So let's show you guys all the clips of this first game. I think this whole first game, I'll show you guys every single part of it because it actually is our major league debut. I think it's kind of reasonable to show you guys the whole entire clip of all this. I don't know if there's going to be any special cutscenes. I played a lot of Road to the Show, but usually I just skip all of the AA scenes because none of those are all that important. Maybe they'll show us something cool, though, because it is our very first game. So you got Kenny Castellano on the mound. That's for us, obviously. We are the Braves. And no, okay, I'm just going to click. I clicked X. It didn't really push us into any cutscenes, so I'm assuming there's nothing that big that we missed. Either way, though, going into this inning, top of the first and third, a pretty good chance to get a double play ball right here. I'm going to be covering second. And that second baseman made a very odd decision. He looks at me. He literally looked at me for about 2 seconds, then decided not to throw the ball to me, even though we had plenty of time, resulting in just getting 1 out there. So we're gonna be down 2-0 on the bottom of the third. Here's my very first chance to get an at bat. Not going to chase that slider away. Trying to get my very first hit, my very first at-bat. Maybe we'll be able to accomplish that. There we go. Fastball, not going to chase that one either. One thing that could really improve my chances of making the league are an ability to have a good plate vision. And probably good timing would be a good thing too. That was a bit of a silly swing. Didn't look too athletic right there. Right there, going to look at that fastball low. I thought it was going to drop out of the strike zone. Probably should have swung at that one. That probably was a pitch to hit right there. But not going to swing at that slider. That slider is outside the strike zone. A 2-3 count, or actually a 3-2 count right here. A full count. Let's see if we can get either a walk or a hit. Okay, there we go. He puts one in the strike zone. A nice swing out of us. A very high amount of training points awarded to us, because that was actually a very good at-bat out of us. Sometimes having a hit doesn't always constitute a good at-bat. Working a 3-2 count, getting a pretty solid contact right there. I feel good about that. Right here, though, gonna play that ground ball to the right, throwing over to first base. You know we have the pretty good arm strength, and we're gonna be able to get him out by quite a bit. That was the pitcher right there. So he wasn't exactly the fastest person running down the first base path. Right here, though, bottom of the fifth, another opportunity to hopefully get us our first hit of the year. There we go. I really thought that had a chance to drop there. Sadly, I was a little bit early on the curveball. Still some solid contact. Let's see. That sinker's going to be low and away. Not chasing that one. Obviously, I still have my perks. I don't like to waste fly ball hitter, though. We have no one on base. Maybe I'll try it next at-bat. Right here, though. Okay, we actually connected pretty good with that one. A lot of home runs, remember, in our debut games. And that one won't drop for a home run. But will we be able to turn it into a home run? No, we won't try. We won't try running at home. But that will be a triple in our very first at-bat. Or our very first, that'll be our very first hit will be a triple. In our second overall at-bat. You see right there, first career AA hit. Look at that beard, though. That's really, I think, the more impressive thing. Is how we have a beard that impressive at 18 years old. So a pretty nice swing on that ball. I kind of like, my two favorite pitches to hit in MLB are always curveballs and fastballs. And he gave me a pretty high curveball right there. Pretty easy to connect with that one. This is going to be a pretty high fly ball also. Should be good enough to tag up on this one. We're not exactly the fastest player, but still definitely fast enough to tag up from there. So that'll be the first run of the board for us. We'll be going up 2-1 in our first game of AA. Or we'll be going, well, we'll be getting around the board. We're still down 2-1. I keep messing up what I'm saying. My bad. Either way, right here, you see there is a runner on first already. If we get the ball, yeah, we'll just throw it on to first right here. There's 2 outs. So we're going to throw this on to first. Pretty good arm accuracy. Realistically, for AA, we have a really good arm. Our fielding isn't phenomenal, but 50 really isn't something to laugh at. So I think we could be all right with our fielding abilities. So bottom the 7th. Okay, I was going to consider using one of our perks, and that's why I was thinking to myself right there. We will not have to use one of them, though, as we're going to knock this ball right back up the middle for our second hit of the day. 2 for 3 on the day. That will be a single. And 24 training points, so it should be good to upgrade our player a little bit. That's the one great thing about these pep talks, is if you can do good in those games after you get a pep talk, yeah, you're going to get all kinds of training points. So we're going to be stealing base right here, but it will not actually be worth anything as the player is going to be walked. So there's 2 outs here. A 2-strike count. Considering that I'm actually on base, I have to assume he's going to put contact on the ball or he's going to strike out. So I'm going to steal the base. He's going to contact the ball, but he's going to hit it straight up in the air. I'm assuming they're going to catch that. So we're not going to be able to score off at that. So we're going to remain down 2-1. Please don't tell me that's the end of the game. Okay, to the top of the 9th. We're still down 2-1. A chance to get a double play right here. So let's see what we can do. He is going to hit it at the second baseman. A nice diving grab. Throws it on over to me. I'm going to throw it on over to first. This play by the second baseman makes up for that play earlier in the game where he looked like an absolute doof. A very good play right there. A diving play. That was very impressive. We're going to have a chance here, though, to tie up the game. Bottom of the 9th, 2 outs. I'm going for that home run ball. We are going to use all of our showtime. Oh, I already have it. You can only use 1 at a time? You're kidding me. Oh, I'm going to get some hate. That was an absolute mess. I should not have done that. I used the wrong perk. I thought we could use more than 1. Oh, it doesn't matter. We are going to crank that ball out of the park. Who needs fly ball hitter When you have power like that, we are going to tie up the game in the bottom of the 9th with 2 outs in our very first double-A game. Not only that, but because it is a double points for this game, that is a 40-point shot. And we are going to tie up the game 2-2 in the bottom of the 9th inning. An absolutely phenomenal at-bat in the very first pitch. Throwing a fastball down the middle, we are going to connect. And Troy Tillman may just be a power-hitting shortstop. He had about 14 RBI or some ridiculous number like that in 2 showcase games. I think 2 or 3 home runs. And a home run there in the very first game of Double-A. Could we possibly be a absolute power hitter? I mean, it may be the case. But right here in the bottom of the 11th inning, we have a chance to get the game-winning run. So we're going to activate fly ball hitter. We're not going to swing at that changeup. I almost considered it, but a nice little check swing. They're not even going to have to appeal that one. All we have to do is connect. Maybe fly ball hitter wasn't the thing I should have activated, but I think we can get a hit out of this. See right there, not a very great contact swing on that. A little bit early on that changeup. All I need is 1 pitch to hit to win this game. Ooh, and that splitter may have been it, but I did not think... I kind of figured that would be in the strike zone, but I just didn't think it was my pitch. So I'm going to take that one. It's a 1-2 count. What can we do here? Oh, and we're going to swing on the splitter out of the strike zone. We're going to strike out there and actually ruin our team's chances to score in that inning. But it does not matter. We have another chance here in the bottom of the 13th. Luckily, our pitching staff has not thrown the game. Our bullpen's doing a great job keeping us in this game. Oh, but I'm going to fly out to right fielder here. Okay, I can't feel that bad because I did give us the chance to even win the game here in the bottom of the 9th. But I really wish I came up big and got a walk-off. Bottom of the 16th. The very first game of the season has been an interesting one. Another chance here to score the game-winning run if we hit a home run. And we may have just done so. That felt like some good contact. It may have not been deep enough. And oh my goodness, that center fielder makes the grab. Almost a home run. Any other part of the ballpark, that's a home run. The bottom of the 18th inning. For some reason, nobody has hit it to shortstop in all of this time. Another chance to win the game. This one will not be a game winner, but it will be a hit, as we will be 4 for 8. 8 at-bats in our very first game of the season. A very interesting first game. I'm happy with how it went, though. Since this is, like I said, a double training point game, having more at-bats really has just improved my chances of getting training points. And at this point, I have a lot of training points out of this game. Probably close to 200. As right there, they're going to call the next batter out looking. That will be a strikeout. And I'm going to be up to bat a bottom of the 20th inning. This is the very first game of the season. Let's emphasize this. Our bullpen is going to be shot for the rest of the season just because of the first game. You see right here, this pitcher has absolutely no gas left. His energy is at 0. I don't know why I'm swinging. His energy is at 0. He has no chance of throwing a strike, it feels like. With energy, look at it. His energy is 0. He's got 73 pitches and he's a reliever. So we're going to get another single here. I figure with that low energy, if you connect with the ball, it's going to be a hit. The game's going to give it to you. So we're going to get a hit there. A plus 30 points. And this could be our chance to win the game. With the reliever having no energy, all we really need is a decent swing. And that could be the game. So with 1 out, let's see what Ray Ramos can do. He's going to lay down the bunt. You see the third baseman's going to throw a nice little looper over to first to advance. But either way, the bunt's going to advance runners second and third. So we have a chance here to win the game in the bottom of the 20th inning. This is ridiculous. Wow. And we're going to do just that. In the bottom of the 20th inning, we are going to get a walk-off single. Not us specifically, but our team will get a walk-off single to win us the game 3-2. A very low-scoring game for 20 innings of play. You see we are celebrating on the field. Obviously, we really had to come back to give ourselves a chance to win this game. A nice little home run shot from us in the bottom of the 9th with 2 outs is really what gave us the chance. I'm hoping that gave us enough of a boost to give us the player of the year, or not the player of the year, the player of the game award. You see right here, they actually are interviewing us, so I have to assume we are the player of the game. 5 hits and 9 at-bats, 2 runs, a home run, and RBI. 5 hits in our Double-A debut, 9 at-bats in our Double-A debut. How could anybody have ever assumed something like that would have happened? Now, although I did emphasize I was going to play the whole series. I did not expect a 20 inning outing. I expected a pretty short game. That didn't involve having 9 at-bats. That was exactly how many at-bats I intended on showing you throughout the whole entire series, more or less. So with that being the case, I think this will be the end of this episode. I know it's not phenomenally long of an episode, but 15 minutes or so, I believe that's about an accurate length for what a video like this should be. And in the next episode, I think we'll have to finish off the rest of this series and show you guys clips of some at-bats and things of that nature. But a very interesting first game nonetheless. I think what I want to do with this series, I don't exactly want to show really long videos, but show a lot of really short videos, if that makes sense. It's right here. We actually, look, we have an encounter with the media, so we're going to actually answer this real quick, and then we'll get going. Troy, you turned in quite a performance in this game. The fans were chanting your name. What is it like hearing that? Awesome. That's what you play. That's really what you play for. When you think about it, sports are all entertainment. So it's really all about just, it's all about being entertaining. Was this a coming out party for you? Well, it's the very first game, so, I'll say no party yet. I'm just getting warmed up. That's kind of my mentality right now. We still got a lot of work to do. Great game. Yep, 431 points. Out of all of these first AA at-bat hit, we get all these extra points, plus the way we performed, 431 points in one game. That's the highest I think I may have ever gone in Road to the Show. Ever. In all my years playing. Since, I think about 2009. This may be the highest. Tell me what your guys' highest... your highest available point, or not your available point total, but the most points you ever got in one game. Comment it down below. See if you broke my record. I'll be impressed to read your guys' comments and respond to them. So that's the end of the episode. In the next episode, you'll see me dump some of these points into some of these skills to get our player a little bit better. And then after that, you'll see us finish off probably the series, show you guys some key at-bats, and then we'll work our way into the next series. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace out.